Hello everyone, it's Nika Manika here and welcome back to my channel. If you're very new in here, welcome. I'm glad we found each other. Ang tatalakayin natin ngayon ay patungkol sa pag-ibig na idudugtong natin sa pagiging martyr. Most questions from the people is this: ang pagiging martyr ba ng isang babae ay simbolo ng pag-ibig sa kanyang kinakasama o sa kanyang iro? Tatalakayin natin yan ngayon. Huwag kayong aalis. Stay tuned with me. First of all, let's define what love is. Ano ba talaga ang pag-ibig? What is love? Love is a basic positive emotional response or feeling towards one's person that has a combination or an attachment of commitment. Yun. Kasi pag wala kang nararamdamang positibo at maganda doon sa kabila or doon sa isang tao and walang commitment, hindi yun pag-ibig. It's not love. It is very impossible for the people to understand that if hindi mo talaga siya tutubunan ng pansin. Kasi ang pagmamahal ay hindi po nangyayari overnight, and also, love does not happen in 24 hours or a week. It takes a lot of time before you get to be able to have that feeling towards one person. Kasi po ang pagmamahal ay isang bagay o isang feeling from one person na hindi mo siya pwedeng diktahan. Kasi it's a voluntary thing. It's a voluntary emotion and involvement for one person na automatic lang po natin talaga siyang nararamdaman sa isang tao. First and foremost, we need to define what martyr is. Right? And historically, martyr ay ibig sabihin nun ay isang taong nagsasacrifice because of their religious belief to save something na ayaw nilang pakawalan, kaya nagsasacrifice sila on one thing. Yun, historically, that's the meaning of martyr. But if we are going to look at it in a dictionary, in Merriam-Webster, the meaning of it is a person to be killed. Alright, so let's base it dun sa historical meaning ng martyr. Yun yung mga taong sinasacrifice nila kahit alam nilang mahirap na, hindi na nila kakayanin, kinagawa pa rin nila. Bakit nga ba may mga taong martyr? And bakit nga ba may maraming taong nag-iisip na ang pagiging martyr ay isang sakripisyo o form of showing love to your husband, to your partner, to the person you are in relation with? Bakit nga ba? Kasi eto yun ang na-instill sa utak ng mga tao. In the old days, na pag nag-sacrifice ka ng buhay mo ng isang tao, ibig sabihin talaga nun ay mahal na mahal mo yung tao. Well, technically, it could be. But there are a lot of reasons na pwede nating pwedeng pinanggalingan ng taong nagiging martyr. May ibang tao na kumakapit sa relasyon at ayaw nilang kumawala sa relasyon all because of one thing. Kasi nga, they are dependent. Maraming there are different forms of dependency in the relationship. They could be financially dependent, or they could be dependent kasi wala talaga, they became a puppet in the relationship. Hindi sila pwedeng mag-decide, hindi sila pwedeng mag-desisyon kasi sanay sila na they follow orders from their husbands or from the person they are in relation with. Hindi siya magandang pakinggan in the ears of so many people. Hindi rin siyang magandang tignan in the eyes of so many people. But meron talaga mga tao na komportable sa sitwasyon na gano'n at hindi rin natin sila masisisi. Who are we to judge them? Kapag komportable sila sa sitwasyon, hayaan natin sila. Kung ayaw naman nilang magreklamo, kasi naman baka kasi in the situation like that, they feel the peacefulness of the situation. Hindi natin sila pwedeng diktahan kung anong gusto nilang gawin sa buhay. Right? So in that way, these types of people are, of course, hindi naiintindihan ng karamihan. Kasi nga, sinasabi ng iba, ba't siya ganyan? Bakit may ganitong tao? Bakit ayaw niyang kumawala sa relasyon? Bakit ganito? Merong mga tao talaga na napipilitan lang talaga sila sa relasyon. Ayaw nilang kumamila all because they have their own reasons. And whatever their reasons are, irespeto na lang natin yon. By the time na nangangailangan na sila ng tulong or help from other people, then that is the time papasok na yung ibang tao to, of course, hindi para manghusga, kundi para tulungan yung taong involved sa situation. Para sa akin, ang mga taong martyr, ang mga taong nagsasakripisyo, is very subjective. Depende sa sitwasyon kasi. So in general, I would say that people who sacrifices themselves for the purpose of whatever reasons it is really not right. Kasi for me, if you are a person who knows how to become independent, hindi mo iaasa yung sarili mo sa ibang tao or sa asawa mo or sa person that you are in relationship, because you know from the very start, or you know yourself that you can do so much. Hindi kailangan mong independe ang buhay mo sa isang tao, all because you needed that person to support you or provide you with something. Kasi hindi rin naman ako baldado to be able to just sit on one side and rely on one person to support everything. And kung mawawala yung isang tao na nandun sa sitwasyon, anong mangyayari sa akin, right? Anong mangyayari sa inyo? So in all honesty, this type of people na nabilong sa kategory na tinatawag nating martyr, they just need to be awakened. They just need someone to tell them, wake up, gumising ka, kasi you are in the situation na papunta sa pagiging malala. There is nothing good that brings to these types of relationship. Ang tinatawag natin dito ay love dependency. Hindi po siya talaga tunay na pag-ibig. Nagiging meron lang pag-ibig na involvement sa sitwasyon, all because merong pangangailangan. Kaya nga siya tinatawag sa wikang Ingles na love dependency. Kasi may pag-ibig na nag-i-evolve within sa dependency niya. Kasi nga, dependent siya, di ba? Ang napakalawak na example nito ay yung mga babaeng walang trabaho, walang source of income, or mga lalaki on the opposite side. This one has no gender. It could be lalaki or it could be babae. It's not just women. It would be so unfair if we are just going to put it in the category na babae lang siya. Meron din namang lalaki na walang ginagawa. Nagdidepende lang sa asawa nila. And they are very comfortable with that situation kasi nga, batugan sila. Ayaw lang nilang magtrabaho or talagang wala lang opportunity talaga na makahanap ng trabaho. But in other words, if merong love dependency, hindi siya maganda sa relationship. And on the other hand also, hindi siya nakakatulong sa sitwasyon, especially pag may bata yung involved. Pag meron kayong mga anak, kasi in the eyes of the kids, parents should always set as an example. Kapag nakikita ng bata as their parents na yung example na nakikita niya is the typical love dependency, of course, ang iisipin ng bata, yun yung normal na buhay. Of course, paglaki ng bata, magiging affected din siya. And where's the justice in there? Di ba wala? So, hindi pwedeng porket involved kayo sa sitwasyon na gano'n, hindi nyo hahayaan nyo na lang yan na yung mga anak nyo ay makakita sa sitwasyon. Be a very good example to your children. Kasi your children will always be looking at you. Ika nga ng karamihan, na kapag ikaw ay babae, hindi ibig sabihin that you will be sitting on one corner at dependent ka na sa lalaki. Si lalaki lang yung magtatrabaho because you are a woman, you're supposed to be sitting down, working work in the kitchen, work the entire house, at you will just be the support of your husband. Well, if you are going to ask me with that situation, sa kultura natin ganon, pero in these days naman kasi it is more attractive to practice the 50-50 system. Alam nyo yung kung anong kaya ng lalaki, kaya din ng babae. Hindi pwede lang yung powerful or men. Kasi we are all created equally. Tao lang naman yung naglalagay ng label nun na kapag babae ka, you're supposed to be less than what men can do. Hindi po totoo yun. Kasi in these days, maraming babae na mas kaya pa nilang gawin yung more than what men can do. Kasi nga, it's modern days. The world is changing. And people are changing as well. That's a good thing about it kasi natututo tayo habang as the years passes by. Kasi we are not stagnated to one area of learning. Kung dati, ang tingin sa mga babae ay isa lamang di hamak na nasa bahay at ilaw lang ng tahanan. Yun yung kasi sinasabi nila ilaw ng tahanan. But their definition of ilaw ng tahanan is basically the one just sitting on one side, walang ginagawa. Nasa bahay lang talaga, yung bugbog sarado sa bahay. And then when the guy comes home, hindi tutulong sa trabaho kasi yun nga, yung lalaki is working and providing all the money. So the wife needs to be just working everything at home. Hindi naman po slave yung mga babae, di ba? Hindi naman po katulong yung mga babae. Nagiging partner kayo, kaya siya tinatawag na partner as a husbands and wife kasi 50-50 yun. Alright? Dapat nagtutulungan, hindi yung merong obligasyon on one side lang. Yung parang meron siyang boundary of obligations. Parang hindi naman fair yun, di ba? So, on this aspect, sa tingin ko that yung pagiging martyr is not the number one meaning of love. Hindi talaga ito yung true meaning pagmahal mong isang tao. Being martyr is not the true meaning of loving a person. Kasi it doesn't justify the word love and being martyr. This is just a short clip of a sharing that I wanted to share to you, and I hope you learned something from it. On the coming days, I will be doing more of live streaming and to discuss more topics and to discuss to all of you guys. So, but this time around, I hope you learned something out of it with the topic of being martyr in connection with love. So, I think that sums up for my vlog for today, and I really hope to see you on my next video. Bye for now.